You are welcome to Remit Trade Academy. My name is Paradise and I will bring you this crypto analysis video. Right now Bitcoin is trading at 26.9k at this area and at critical resistance right at this very point. What are we expecting on the chart? Are you looking at the market coming back to the downside up to this point of $22,000, or we are expecting the market to move straight to the upside? All of this and more in today's video. If you are new to this channel, please help subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification for more updates like this every single day. Also check the channel for all the crypto analysis and educational video. Let's dive right into this video. Right here on the 1 week chart, if you look at this very area, so if I bring this very to this very point, you discover this is a very important resistance level, which is now support at this very area. So we have right here support at this very point, we have support at this area, and resistance right here have turned a critical resistance at this very area. And right now market is rejecting from this resistance level to the downside. So are you expecting the market coming back down? This is what I am expecting right now. If you look at this very movement to the upside, you can see that the market is moving to the upside. Reason why we are having this very high and this very other high, that means market is in a high position, and this is a low right here, and this can possibly be another low at this very area. So we are in a short uptrend at this very point, in as much as we know that when market is moving back to the downside in this formation, let's say for example from here, market begin to move back to the downside, we could see short movement to the upside, then continuation back down, and the market will move again, then the next one to the downside. So right now I am expecting this market to move down a little bit to this very level of 24 and 25k dollars. And what I am also watching is this very area on the MACD. If you look at the MACD very well, the MACD is approaching the zero line. And what that means is we could see the market begin to form on the negative side of the MACD right at this very area, with a crossover between the MACD line and the signal line at this very point. Once we see that, then I am going to go for a short position on the 1 week chart. But right now still pay attention to the market moving a little bit to the downside in form of a correction before the next move to the upside. So except I see this very movement on the MACD histogram start forming on the negative side of the MACD with a crossover between the MACD line and the signal line, which is an indication that the market is going to move to the downside. That means the bears are going to take control of the market to the downside. Then I'm not going to consider this movement as a impulsive move. Rather, I am considering right now as a retracement of this very impulse to the upside, retracement before continuation back to the upside again. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now on the 1 week chart. In addition to that, this very level of resistance is very key right now, because this was resistance and this was support at this area and was support right here. So we need a breakout on this very level of resistance right here for the market to actually move to the upside. So also pay attention to the market breaking out of this very critical resistance level, because if that does not happen, then market is not going to move to the upside. So pay attention to market breaking this very level of resistance on the 1 week chart. And on the 1 day chart, if you have been following me on this channel and the analysis I've been doing for the previous days, you discover that the market right now moved to the upside as I was expecting. I told you guys about a divergence, and the market diverged here, and on the indicator we see the divergence, and it start formation on the positive side of the MACD, which is a confirmation of this very movement we see in the market to the upside right here. And if you look at it, the MACD line also cross over between the signal line at this very area, and then we see this very push to the upside. So right now, if you take this trade, congratulations. But right now we are seeing the market trying to come back down to the very point where we see the market, move to the upside from. So what I am expecting and paying attention to right now is the market to come back down to retest on this very level of support So when the market move back to this area, this very line of support is also very important in the market. I am expecting the market to come back to the downside. That means on the 1-day chart, please pay attention to the market moving back to the downside. That means you have to be looking for short opportunity on futures right now instead of buying the market. This is what I am paying attention to right now in the market. And if you look at it as well, this very area on the chart is also very important, because from this very line we see the market begin to drift from here back to the downside, and this area was a critical resistance at this very point. Resistance here, we see resistance right here, and that was the same resistance that resists the market from going up from this very area to the downside, and that is very critical. That's why we're seeing the market moving back down right now. So expect the market to come back to this very level of support, and a breakout of this very line of support will further move the market back into this very level of $24K and $25K at this very area. This is what I am expecting right now on the 1-day chart. BTC USDT, don't look for buy opportunity right now, rather look for short opportunity like I mentioned earlier. On the 1-day chart as well, if you pay attention to this very move on the chart, you discover that the market is forming a parallel resistance at this very area. So if you connect from here to this very level, you see a parallel resistance have entered into the market right now, because we have a significant move from this very area of resistance to the downside, and that means the market have capacity of moving back to the downside, because we have resistance right here, we have resistance right here as well, we have resistance at this very area and resistance right here. So markets have to break this critical resistance before any further move to the upside. So pay attention to this resistance right on the chart. And on the 8-hour chart, if you look at it, we have resistance at this very point, resistance here, resistance at this area, resistance at this area, resistance here, and resistance at this very point. What I am paying attention to right now is this very level of critical support. At this very area of support, markets should come back into this level of support. That is what I am expecting on the 8-hour chart. So if you trade the 8-hour chart, pay attention to the market moving right down to this very level of support. A retest on this support will make the market to bounce a little bit to the upside, and a breakout right here on this level of support is going to make the market to come back into the $25K right at this very area, and then the $24K as well. So this is what you need to pay attention to as well on the 8-hour chart. If you also look at the MACD indicator, we've seen a crossover between the MACD line and the signal line, which indicate that the market is going to move. Plus the MACD histogram have start formation on the negative side of the MACD, which is a bearish signal for the market to move to the downside. And that is the more reason why I am looking at the market moving into this level of critical support at the moment. And on the 4-hour chart, BTC USDT, if you look at it, market moves significantly all the way from this very area of support to this very area of resistance, and we have the market coming back down right now. What I am paying attention to is the market to retrace back a little bit to the upside from this very area of support, because if you look at this very area of support right here, it was support at this area, support at this very point, support at this very point, and support right here as well. So from here, I am expecting the market to give a little bit of retracement to the upside before continuation back into this level of critical support as well. This is what you need to pay attention to on the 4-hour chart, BTC USDT. Retracement before continuation back into this level of support once more. So this is what you need to pay attention to for now. On the 4-hour chart, pay attention to shorting the market. Don't buy from this very area where the market is right now. Rather, wait for that retracement to come into the market. Then at the end of the retracement, continuation will be a nice time to short the market from this very area of resistance. This is what you need to pay attention to right now on the 4-hour chart, BTC USDT. Not forgetting about the MACD has already forming on the negative side of the MACD with a dilation between the MACD line and the signal line at this area. This is a further confirmation that the market is going to ride back into this level of support. And on the ETH USDT 1-day chart, I also talk about a divergence on this very chart, and if you're following the channel, I talk about this divergence. If you draw this line from here up to this very point, you see divergence, and this was a bullish divergence, which means that there will be reduction in bearish momentum and that the bulls is going to move the market significantly to the upside. And that is exact same thing we see right here from this point up to this very level of resistance. At this very area of resistance, this was a previous resistance at this area that turned resistance at this very point. So market resisting here is not a bad thing, because we have resistance at this very area and we have resistance here as well, and we have another resistance at this very point and resistance right now. What I am looking out for as it is, also paying attention to what we are seeing on the BTC chart, and ETH right now should come back down a little bit to the downside, approaching this very level of critical supports at this very area, and a breakout is going to make the market to move into this level of $1,713. This is what I am expecting on the ETH USDT 1-day chart. Expect the market to continue to the downside. What that means is you should be looking out for short opportunities and not buy opportunity on the chart right now. Nevertheless, these very bearish divergence have ended because the market actually moved significantly to the upside. So now we will see the market move back to the downside. And if you draw this very trend line from here up to this very point, you see that the market is already in a downtrend. Remember, for the market to move back to the upside significantly, we must have reasonable correction to the downside before that very move to the upside. But if you look at these very areas where you see markets, it's a lower low right here and a lower low at this very point, and we have a lower high here, a lower high at this very point, and a lower high at this very area. This is an indication that market is moving back to the downside, and that is why I am saying you should look for short opportunity on ETH 1-day chart to the downside. And this is what I am expecting. What do you think about the market on the 1-week chart? Do you think this market is going to retreat significantly before it move and break this level of significant resistance to the upside, or we are going to see the market begin to move straight into this level of support right here? That is the level of $21,000 and $20,000. Comment below in the comment section of this very video. And if you are new to this channel, please help subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification for more updates like this every single day. Also check the channel for all that educational content. If you want to learn how to trade crypto with simple trading strategy and how to analyze the market very well, check the description of this video. You see a contact and reach out to me immediately. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next video.